We'll let Coach make a quick statement, and then we will open it up to questions. So, Coach?
Thanks, Jeff. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of you that have followed us throughout the season. It means a lot to us. I also want to thank the fans that continue to support us. And a special thank you to the players. I've enjoyed the season with them so much, even today, regardless of the score. They never gave up, and that's something we've seen from them. And they've got so much character. They play with a lot of pride and joy, and just really thankful for that. I also told them that it was on me. I got the tactics wrong today, and but it was a special day regardless, because from the beginning to the end, regardless of that score, we were dangerous. We were creating opportunities, especially in that second half. And a 2-1, it could have easily been 2-2. It might have changed the outcome of the game, but our season's been like that a little bit this season. And now we get ready for our next game because it's still not over. But a big thank you to everyone that's involved, and obviously our staff all the way around, because they've made it very enjoyable for myself and all the players that put their hearts out every day.
All right, thanks, Coach. First question to Paula.
Good evening, buenas noches, Albertin. Ya lo hablaste. Regardless of the result, what would you like to say about the performance of the team, and also what positives can we take? This is a new franchise. Thank you.
No, as I mentioned, the positives is they showed so much character. They never give up. And then regardless of what's been thrown at us this year, the players always step out with the right attitude, the right mentality, and they play for each other. They respect each other. You can see it in the sideline, regardless of who's playing or who comes in. They're very supportive, and that's something that we take a lot of pride on. And I think we have a great culture here with the players, and that's exciting. That's a huge positive to take forward for next season. So whoever comes in is going to be, I think, pleasantly surprised, regardless of the outcomes and where we finish this season and how together this group is. And just needs a little bit, maybe a different voice and a tweak here and there. And I think it'll be a very exciting season for the fans and for the team and the franchise next year.
Albertin, what do you like the most about the process of building this culture for this new team? Thank you so much.
Actually, one of the things that you enjoy as a coach is you get to know the players on a personal level, right? And everyone's got a different life, a different history on how they got here, and just getting to know them and enjoying the moment with them, and really growing together. That's been special, because it has been challenging. It always is for a new franchise. And then what we did last year, there's a lot to take from that, making playoffs. And this year, if anything, I'm disappointed because I did promise the fans last year, hey, we're going to have a home playoff spot. But this team has the quality to do that next year, so I'm hopeful of that.
What memories are you going to take away from Maple Park since this is the last one?
Well, the memories that I will take back from PayPal, it's clearly the support of the fans from the start to the finish, right? Yes, we could be down at 4-1, but they're still cheering the team on. They're even still giving the referees a hard time. And they just love this team and really appreciate that. And that's something that's really that's been special all season long. The fact that you can come out here and look all around, and we still tend to draw. We're probably one of the highest drawing fans, right? Fourth or fifth. As an expansion team, there's a lot to be said for that. And I think it's only going to get better as the fans, grow with this team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So unfortunately, didn't turn out kind of the way you wanted today, but it's kind of a microcosm of the season. It was just a little bit of mental unclarity for the first 12 minutes. Played in your own end, had a couple things go wrong, and down 2-0, and then chasing the rest of the game. But then at halftime, you put four new players in. What were you looking to do with that, and how were you looking to change the game at that point?
Well, when you add Rudy and Carly up top, that's a lot of pace. And then in the midfield, Hannah and Dorian have been playing very well together. And I thought it showed right away. Right from the kickoff, Rudy had an opportunity, and 30 seconds to the game, we could have maybe tied that 2-2. And then we were being a threat. We hit the post, we hit the crossbar, and we just seemed to kind of grow into the game. That third goal made it obviously a little more difficult, and sometimes that can put a team down. But we still kept attacking, and then an unfortunate goal with a slip at the end there. But what were we looking for? It's exactly what we saw in the first 25, 30 minutes of that second half. The energy, the momentum going, us taking a little bit more risks going forward. Sometimes we're a little bit more direct. You saw how Rudy was able to get in behind some of those balls. So we created a lot of problems for them, and we just didn't get one.
And so today also you put another 20 minutes on Penelope Hocking as you build her back up. She wasn't able to go that full 90 to kind of come back after half.
No, she was limited to 45.
Okay.
So the medical staff going into this game was all she could do was 45 minutes, and she did what she does best: score a goal, right? So obviously we missed her quite a bit. The last couple of games she's come into play, she wasn't really fully fit, and that's why she could only play 45. But this week she had a very good week of practice, and she showed that she can still score goals at practice. And I knew she'd. I told her, I'm like, you've been scoring goals in practice, so now you're going to start again, get 45 minutes, get a goal. And credit to her. I have a lot of respect for her, and she's. I enjoy coaching her very much.
And just a quick personnel question: has there been any talks with North Carolina about permanently keeping Brooklyn Cornell?
I'll tell you, I sure hope so, because I think she's been outstanding for us. But that will be a decision of the club. She's come in and has had a positive impact on this team. Her and Sydney, I think, make a very good partnership.
And Sydney is permanently here.
Yes, Sydney is, and Brooklyn is a rookie with so much potential, and came in at a time that we needed some help, and she stepped right in, and I thought she's performed incredibly well.
Tamara?
Hi, Coach.
Hey.
You mentioned in your opening remarks that you accepted responsibility for some of what happened from a tactical standpoint. I'm wondering if you could delve into that a little bit. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the way we tend to play in the last few games that we've played very well, our weak side 7 or 11, or weak side forward, tucks in to help in the midfield. And Carolina, I'm sure, did their homework. They watched us, and they did a very good job of switching it and getting it around, which made us chase a little bit more than we'd like to. To be fair, we had different personnel as well to start the game, and it does take time because, and that's why I take responsibility, but I took my chances. I'm like, hey, let's reward some of the players that they've put so much time into it this season, and we believe in them, but tactically we were just a little bit off because they don't have the repetition, right? They don't have that practice, and it was them being able to find the midfield and switch the point of attack, which forced us to run a little bit more than we're used to in these last few games. Mm-hmm. So that's really where the tactical part. I could have done a better job making sure that the players that played in that first half were better prepared.
Mm-hmm. And it did seem in the first half, at least from the vantage point of the press box, that the players' body language was sort of reflecting what was happening. There was a lot of hands on hips, a few mouthing off to the ref. What was sort of the conversation like at halftime to sort of re-galvanize the team? Because it did feel, until there was what appeared to me a tactical timeout on North Carolina within the 70th or something minute, that things were under control, but then once they were able to regroup, things sort of shifted again. So what was sort of the emotional ebb and flow of the game?
Well, the first half, that last goal, the goal that we got right before halftime was massive. Mm-hmm. And once we went down 2-0, a little bit after that, we started to get control of the game because there was a tactical timeout, or when our players came, we were already down 2-0. But when they came to the sideline, we had already gotten into the rhythm of the game. I'm like, okay, hey, the 2 goals happened, and we were playing with a lot more confidence because I thought we lacked a little bit of confidence early on, and we grew into the game. Penelope got that goal, so the conversation at halftime was like, Penn just scored the goal that's going to help us win the game, because that's exactly what we needed. It'll change. So we came with that energy in that second half. And, you push for it, and you hope that you get that goal, because you get that goal, it really changes the game. That third one was a little bit of a dagger to us. And then it was just managing, going back and forth. We send numbers forward. We changed into a 3-5-2. So, of course, we're just trying to take risks and go forward as much as possible. Just a pass that our pass led to their goal there at the end. And even though the third goal, there was a slip. So there was 2 slips that led to their 3rd and 4th goal. And it goes to you like, that's, gosh, our season with these little breaks. Those were emotions because we felt like we were in the game. We were going to get that second goal. It felt it. The group felt it every time they came to the sideline. I mean, the players on the sideline, they were, cheering them on. And even at that 3rd goal, we still felt it a little bit, but it's just tough. And credit to Carolina. They played very well. They were clinical in their finishing, and they have a lot to play for as they're fighting for that last playoff spot, and I know how important that is. We were there last year, and you just have this little extra fire. You have to. So credit to them.
And if,
Sorry. No, go ahead. Finish.
No, please. I've done a lot. Go for it.
Yeah, just curious, 1 game left, obviously. What's kind of like the last parts of the foundation you kind of want to leave with this club?
So what's important is what I talked about earlier, the character, that we fight to the end, regardless of the result. This team comes out and competes every day. At practice, it's the same thing. And I say this all the time, we truly enjoy being with each other and training and in practices, and it's just finding that belief. If we can get 1 win right before we leave off, I think it'll leave them with a good taste in their mouth, and it's just excited about next season because we're in so many games. This is a rare game for us because more often than not, our losses, they're all 1-goal games. We're in every game. This one just kind of got away from us. So what I'd like to end up with is get back to the way we've been playing. Let's go and show the character we've shown and get a win.
And then, like you said, most of these games have been 1-goal games. It's been pretty close. What do you kind of attest to the fact that the results kind of haven't fallen your way this season? Is there anything specific you look at?
Not necessarily, not anything specific. We talk about that as a staff. Sometimes is it the tactics? Is it certain opportunities we've missed? Is it individual mistakes which happen? Right? It's a combination of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Coach, what was thinking of having Rachel come on in the second half? And then the second thing is just, all season long you were saying we're almost there, How frustrating is it to be kind of getting to the end of the season and you never quite got to that step that you thought you were going to get to all season?
Well, it is frustrating, but I'm more frustrated for the group, the players, because I know how hard they work. I know how much time they put into, trying to be successful out on the field. So you want that for them because we've been so close in the games. So that's really what makes it more challenging than anything else. And then you asked something about Rachel?
She came in as a second half substitute.
So Rachel Kundananji. Yeah, so Rudy, Carly, Dorian, and Hannah, 4 players that have been starting for us in the last few games, and they've been excellent. The reason they came in the second half was I wanted to give opportunities to other players in that first half that don't see as many minutes. They work just as hard as everyone else every day on the field. I just wanted to give them that opportunity. And the team felt good about it.
Sorry, did you have anything else?
I was just thinking if, at the end of the season, when you make your departure, if you could imagine yourself leaving like a note for whoever the AFC names as the next head coach, what would it say?
I'll have to think about that. I'm not answering that right now.
Okay, fair enough. I know this is
There's a lot, so
Yeah.
But somewhere in there, you've got an incredible group of players, and they'll play their hearts out. It's a special group. I enjoy being with them. We all do as a staff. I just wish we could have done more for them.
Good evening, guys. Penelope, Albertin just told us you have been practicing that goal during the week. Tell us about that moment that you scored tonight. Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. We've been working really hard all week, and on that goal especially, that corner kick play, and Alyssa just had an amazing cross, and I just had to get it on frame. So, credit to her, credit to the team. I thought that was a team goal for sure.
This is for both. Let's talk about the emotions before and after the game, especially
Yeah, I mean, tonight was a really important game for us, just for a lot of reasons. Fan appreciation night, our last home game with Albertin, who's really laid some good groundwork here, and we wanted to try to put on a performance to help celebrate that. So definitely incredibly frustrated with the result, but like always, the fans are truly incredible, and we are already excited to see them next year at the beginning of the year.
So I have one for Penelope. So you've been kind of coming back off this injury here. How did you feel tonight going that first 45? And you know, how did you feel about your run of play and able to keep the pace up through that first half?
Yeah, I mean, I was just excited to get back out there. It's been a long time since I've gotten some good minutes out there, and especially playing center forward. So. Yeah, I mean, I just tried to have fun, and, I haven't been on the field in such a long time, so I was trying to, take the pressure off, just have a good time. And, yeah, considering all that, I think I did fine. So, yeah, but I was just excited to be back out there with my teammates.
And then, Tess, as an often wearer of the armband, what do you feel responsibility-wise to, hey, we've had 14 games without a win, the elephant in the room is Albertin is stepping down. What does the room feel like we're getting that win as he goes on to a different job in the organization?
Yeah, for sure. And first thing I want to touch on that you asked and Paul asked as well, Penelope has been a really big missed presence on the field. She is just a goal scorer. She's back in and within 45 minutes gets a goal for us again. So that has been a really big loss. We're really excited to have her back, though. But yeah, I mean, I think it's actually been 133 days, I think, since our last win. So it's been long, it's been a lot, and it's been incredibly hard. But I have never been with a group that has shown resilience the way this group has shown it. And a lot of credit of that does go to Albertin Montoya. I mean, within our locker room, every single week we're preparing like we're going to win. And I can tell you a lot of teams in our position, been out of playoffs for 3 weeks now, wouldn't do that. I think that we're trying to lay the groundwork for next year. We want so badly to end on a win. So we want to do that tonight, didn't get the job done. All focus for the next 2 weeks is we want to ruin Racing Louisville's season and end on a win. Give Montoya a win on his way out and just get prepared for next year.
So I have a quick follow-up on that. So you mentioned Penelope not being there for the time, and the first game was the Washington game. I think with Penelope in there, the run she was on, I think you win that. If Penelope stays upright, stays on the field, are you guys in the playoffs?
Oh, man, we could stay here all night going back and forth on that.
See, that's
Yeah.
you would say that because I covered your dad when he was with the Reds.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think, one player, one moment, defines, any team. And, I do, really, I did really miss, being out there with the team. But at the same time, I tried my best to, be, really involved with the team, still, motivating, being in the locker room, being on away trips. I still wanted my role to be, known and there. I didn't want to just sit on the sidelines and mope around. I wanted to still bring the team good energy, and I felt like I had a new role in the team. So I tried to embrace that, and I felt I still embraced that role and did some good for the team and helped the team stay up and moving forward as well.
Two questions. First one, it was a disappointing season for you guys not making the playoffs, but what did you learn this season about this team? Please answer them individually.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tess said it earlier, this team is so resilient, and I think that's a huge testament to our culture. Our team is so close-knit and tight, and I think a lot of people can say this, that I wake up in the morning and I love going to work. No matter we're out, I still, when I go into work, I'm we're gonna win this weekend, and I feel everyone feels the same way. And I think that camaraderie and that belief in a team, I don't think I've ever really experienced that, and it just makes times like this, yeah, it sucks. I hate losing more than anyone, and I hate being out of playoff contention. It just it's so deflating, but at the same time, it's I am so grateful to be around a group of girls and a staff that just truly believes in you as a player and you as a team. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not much to add, just I think, I mean, just like life, the periods where you're losing, you're taking hits, you look back on and you learn way more than the year that you won every single game and won the league.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would like to win every single game and win the league. But I think we have laid a really good foundation, and the group of girls in this locker room are resilient. They've learned how to come together, and I really hope that we can just kind of put that final piece together next year. We're going to have obviously a new staff, probably some new players, and move it in the right direction, which we feel really excited about. With that said, we still have a job to do in 2 weeks against Racing.
And the last one for me, you mentioned about Albertin, and you guys always start off training with playing tech ball, which is like a ping pong but with a soccer ball. Just any favorite moments that you had? Tess, you've been in the full season, so any favorite memories of Albertin from you guys?
Oh yeah, well, P's actually a tech ball queen.
Yeah, me and Albertine are on the same team, and we start off yelling at each other during tech ball before practice. So
yeah, I just know a couple days ago I showed up to training and P and Albertine were running around the field doing knee slides because they won. But yeah, I mean, Albertin Montoya is one of the most passionate, optimistic individuals I've ever gotten to work with. He has just been a pleasure to work with this year and last year. His energy will definitely be missed. We're excited for whoever's going to come in, and I'm sure they're going to have a lot of strengths. And we're excited for that, but definitely Albertin will be missed for sure.
yeah.
When I think about last season, it sort of felt like in the latter half of last season, that's when a lot of things started to shift and sort of trend upward. I know, Penelope, you joined AFC midway through last season. Abby came. Things just really started to gel. And this season, it almost feels like the opposite happened after the summer break. I'm just wondering what both of you make of that, and how, yes, this is a difficult league. It's hard to win every game. Anyone can beat anyone. We know that. But when I think about the success of last season compared to how this season has gone, it's tough to sort of start by not overperforming, but to make it into the playoffs your inaugural season is rare.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious what you sort of make of that contrast.
I mean, I think a lot of what we talked about this year, especially, was we were kind of sitting below the playoff line, at the halfway point, and I think we all were kind of you know what, with how last season went, we're gonna come back and we're gonna win, and we had that belief, and it was we would tie, we'd give up a late goal, but we still believed. But no season is the same, and I think that's just a harsh reality too. But yeah, I don't even know what we have, pretty much the same players, but we also have some new players and new faces. We've missed Abby and Emily, who've been pretty solid in our back line too. So yeah, I mean, team's different, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just the two things I'd say on that is last year I think, you hit the hammer on the head, Penelope and Abby were an injection of just incredible players and quality leaders, everything, and that was incredible for us and definitely spearheaded our momentum heading into the second half of the season. Obviously this year we didn't have anything like that, which is just how season and things go. To be honest, I think that's the golden question. Why do you not win? Why do you lose? And I think in sports there's just something to be said about just the inertia of winning, the inertia of losing. It's really tough when you get behind the 8 ball or 9 ball. I don't know, what is it?
I don't really know that saying.
8 ball, thank you. When you get behind that, it's hard to dig out. Teams, every pro league has a few teams every year that you just get stuck behind losing, and it's hard to relate to unless you've been in it. Yeah. And I think, each week we tried something new, maybe a different thing in the lineup, maybe we had a culture meeting, maybe this, maybe that. And I think we just threw a lot of darts at the wall, and it was frustrating that not one really stuck. But I think what did stick is the group and the belief to keep trying, which for me, I think I feel proud of that.
Yeah.
We do have time for one more question, Marissa.
Yeah, Tess, you just mentioned kind of just the foundation being laid and heading in the right direction. To you, what does that look like, the right direction going forward?
Winning. This club was built to win. I think on every front the past 2 years. We've been laying groundwork for setting new precedent in everything. Our facilities, our salaries, our housing, just absolutely, raising the tide of all the ships across the league. But now we got to win, and that's the goal of this organization. We said by year 3 we want to be competing for a championship, and that is the goal for next year.
I mean, no one goes to a new team without the belief that there's gonna be success. I came here because I knew that this is gonna be a winning program, no matter if it takes 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. I'm here to make that happen, and I want to be a part of that. And I think our players do as well, and our staff does as well. They're always gonna push the agenda, they're with Oracle Park and our new facility and everything. We're gonna try to be the best in everything, and I think that is just top down, just leaks into our players. And I know a lot of people believe in us, and our staff and our club and our fans all believe in us, and I believe in us. So yeah, I wouldn't be here if I didn't think that we were gonna be a winning team.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's it for us today. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you all.